Hello everyone, so today I am going to be doing my February 2019 favorites. So I'm going to be telling you all of the products that I have been loving this month, and before we jump in, all of the products are all cruelty free, of course, and let's get into it. So I'm going to first start off with the makeup products that I have been absolutely loving. So I have been on quite a journey with my skin, and I was looking for a foundation that was matte but could still work for my dry skin. And I didn't want something that would be really like chalkboard matte, so I came across this when I went to Ulta, and this is the LA Girl Pro Matte HD Longwear Matte Foundation. I really like this because a little bit goes a very long way. For my entire face to get a full coverage look, I only need about 1.5 pumps of this foundation, and I also really like that it has enough shades so that somebody who is very fair like me can find a shade in this foundation. I don't know how it is for darker shades of foundation. I know that has been an issue with brands lately, but this has a lot of light shades, so if you're very fair, you will definitely find your shade in this. I use the shade Ivory, and that matches me almost perfectly because my skin naturally is like almost white. So yeah, I really like this, and I have been using it basically like for 75% of the month, so that's pretty good because I like to switch up my foundations all the time. So well, I really feel like for February, this was the month of rediscovering products for me. So I have like 4 products here that I've had for a long time and just didn't really even get around to using all that much. I kind of put it down because new things came along, and I was going through my eyeshadow collection and I found this, and this is the Tarte Tartelette palette. I love this palette. I used to wear it like all the time when it first initially came out. I got it and I just kind of put it down because other palettes came out, and like the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I started using all of those palettes a lot more, and I just kind of forgot about it, and I found it and I love it. My favorite shade in the entire palette is this one right here called Caregiver. It's such a beautiful matte, it's an all matte palette by the way, but it's such a beautiful like matte baby doll pink. I love this as a matte palette overall, and even though it is kind of expensive, I feel like this is something that you can really justify the price tag because I believe it's around $45 or $50 even, but I can justify it because the formulation is amazing, the pigmentation is there, it lasts all the time. I don't even find I need to use an eyeshadow primer with these shadows because they really stick on the eye, and they are actually infused with clay, with Amazonian clay, so that helps them to stay so you don't need a primer. So yeah, and I love the color selection. I use this in a couple of my tutorials now, and I really love it. I wouldn't say this is a holy grail for me because I prefer like more burnt orange shades and copper shades over these, but in the springtime I tend to gravitate more towards those pinkier tones, so that's why I've been loving. Like I had said earlier, I rediscovered another one of my favorites. This is the Bare Minerals Ready Blush in the shade The One. I have this in a smaller size, I believe this is, because I don't know if the full size or like the regular ones are actually this big. I got it forever ago with like a gift set, and I love this blush because it goes with every single blush. It's one of those colors that you can use with every single look. It goes with warm tone looks, it goes with neutral looks, with cool tones, and I love that because it's great for travel because then you don't have to bring a bunch of blushes. It's like the perfect kind of pinky nude blush, but it's not too pink to where it's cool tone, but it's not like more ready tone to where it's like a warmer blush. It's just that kind of perfect in between, and it blends in beautifully with the bronzer, and it just blends like, it gives you a really like airbrushed look on the face. I find when you blend this out on the cheeks, it is stunning, and I love it for that, and I feel like it would look good on every single skin tone there is, so I love this blush. Another blush that I have that I put down and rediscovered is this one, and this is by Tarte, and this is the Amazonian Clay blush in the shade Party. I like this again because it goes with almost everything. I wouldn't say it goes with every single thing, but these are blushes, the colors that I tend to gravitate more towards because it's a warm pink. And I like warm pinks on myself just because I feel like on the cheeks it can look a little bit deeper and it gives you a little bit more of a hollowed out cheek effect, and I personally like that, especially kind of getting from winter to spring, and it's just such a beautiful color. And I got this as like a birthday rewards thing at Sephora, I believe it was, with the one of the lip paints, which I haven't used yet, but I love this color, and I just feel like it's really a flattering color on everybody, and I love it, and they last really, really long too, and they're very pigmented. A little bit goes a long way with this blush. My last rediscovered product is this, and this is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. Now, I do not use this to highlight my cheekbones. Like, I prefer something that's a little bit more blinding on the cheekbones, but I love this because for me, I have dry skin, so I find my skin looks very dull, especially like if I have like a mattifying foundation on. So what I like to do is I actually like to take this, and I like to take it on a big fluffy brush and just kind of swirl it in the product and just dust it on the tops of my cheekbones, in the center of my forehead, and like on the chin and the nose, cupid's bow, just basically almost all over the face. I like it. It kind of reminds me of like those Hourglass powders, or like the one shade in the Becca Be a Light face palette, in the sense that you can just take it and dust over the entire face to add a really beautiful glow. And I like that I can do that, but it doesn't emphasize any texture or like bumps that I have on my skin. Like this month I had a little bit of a reaction to powder that I used, and I had like bumps on my skin, and I could use this and add a glow to my face while not emphasizing the bumps on my skin. It just kind of glides over it. It looks very like expensive on the skin, if that makes any sense. It looks like you paid a lot more for this. It looks like one of those luxury highlighters that you would see, and it was no more than $5 Canadian, which is more than American. So like I believe in the States this would be about like $3.99, where here in Canada this is about $4 or $5.99. So it's super cheap. You're getting a really good product for a cheaper price, which I always think is really good. So very affordable, very beautiful. Now, I never thought there would be a day where I would put aside my CoverGirl gel eyeliner and try something new. This is the e.l.f. Yeah, it just says e.l.f. It doesn't say anything, but it's a liquid eyeliner, and this is in the shade Jet Black. And I am addicted to wing liner. I say it all the time, even though I'm kind of going through a phase right now where I'm not wearing a lot of wing liner, but this has become a new favorite of mine. We'll just say that, because it hasn't so much like taken over my CoverGirl liner, but I put it down for a little bit. I will say, at first it was kind of hard to get the hang of this because the bristles are very long for being a liquid liner, so it kind of took me a little bit of time to get used to doing the wing with this eyeliner, but I really like it. I like the formula of it because it doesn't bleed or feather anywhere. It lasts all day. It doesn't transfer to the top of my eyelid, which I find has been an issue with other liquid liners and me in the past. It doesn't do that at all. It lasts. It isn't waterproof. I will say it is not waterproof. It will smudge a little bit, like if I'm standing in a room that's very, very hot, like if it's like steamy or something, it will smudge a little bit at the outer part, but for the most part it stays on, and I really like it. It just was a little bit hard to get the hang of, but regardless of that, it's a beautiful liquid liner, and making wings is actually pretty easy with this. I would say this is pretty comparable. As far as application goes, it's pretty comparable to the Balm Schwing liquid liner. So if you have that eyeliner, then you might want to try this one out if you're looking for a cheaper alternative to the Schwing liner. But yeah, this is pretty close in application, but yeah. So I have a lip gloss by Too Faced, and this is the Lip Injection Glossy Juicy Color Plumping Lip Gloss. So I am very, very picky when it comes to lip glosses. There are only 2 lip gloss formulas on the market that I like, being the Melted Latex by Too Faced, which is the top dog, and the Anastasia lip glosses, which come in number 2. Those are the only lip glosses that I will buy. I have ones from the Balm that I tried. Not my favorite, gonna be honest. I didn't really like them. They didn't last that long. The color was pretty, but I had to reapply them every hour. This, I like it because within 8 hours, I only had to reapply it once. And I have the shade Let's Flamingle, and I think it's a really pretty color. I actually used this a couple of videos back, and it was with the Armed and Gorgeous palette, and I have been wearing that look all the time. Like, I think I wore this gloss maybe 6 times in the past month. So for a gloss, that is saying something, because I am not a gloss girl. I like matte lips. So for the fact that a gloss like this could take something over, that's pretty good for me. Let's just put it that way. And yeah, it is. I didn't really notice it was like plumping. Like, I didn't really see my lips get bigger. Mind you, I wasn't really paying that much attention to it. But it does like kind of like burn a little bit. So if you don't like that, I wouldn't use these glosses, because they do like tingle and burn a little bit. But the smell, I have one complaint. The smell of this is horrible. I hate the smell of this. Like, there's something about the scent. It smells like cayenne pepper mixed with baby powder. Like, oh, it's not that bad. It goes away when you put it on your lips. Like, just wait like 30 seconds and the scent goes away. But when you smell it in the tube, or when you first take it out, it smells like you made a concoction of baby powder and cayenne pepper, which is definitely like the plumping properties. So I understand that's why it smells like that. But yeah, other than that, I really, really like this gloss. So, and it's not too pigmented either. It's kind of a little bit more sheer, but you can build up the color. Okay, so now I have a skincare product. So for me, I have very, very dry eyes. I have dealt with eczema on my eyes and chemical burn on my eyes. My eyes have been through a lot. So I am very picky when it comes to eye creams, and I was at Shoppers Drug Mart and I found this, and this is from the brand Cocokind Collective, and this is the My Matcha All Over Moisture Stick. I didn't really know anything about this. I quickly researched the brand. They are cruelty-free, of course. If I'm mentioning it, it's cruelty-free. And it looks like this. It is literally, it's kind of like a lip balm, but it's big and fat. Like, it is maybe like the size, maybe like 3 or 4 times the size of a lipstick. You're getting a lot of product. Let me see how much product you're getting. You're getting 15 grams of product, which is pretty good considering that this was like a bit over $10. And it is so hydrating. I like it because it has like coconut oil and matcha green tea. It has a lot of like antioxidants. So I've definitely noticed a difference in my eyes. Not only with the dryness, like my eyes don't even get dry anymore, but not just that, but it's also like brightened the area as well. Like, I have dark circles like in here, and I found that using this, like, the darkness has slowly started to fade away, which is definitely the green tea because it has caffeine extract and it brightens the skin. And I really like it. It's very hydrating. They also have, I believe, 2 other ones. One is like a coconut thing, but rather than matcha, but I'm not too sure about the other ones, but I do know that matcha isn't the only one that they have. So yeah, it's really, really good, and it's very good, especially if you're on a budget, or maybe you just don't see the point in spending a lot of money in skincare. I totally understand that, because skincare can get expensive, especially when it's like all natural, and this is USDA organic, so it's non-toxic, and it's really, really good for a drugstore product. I wouldn't even know this was drugstore because the ingredients in it are like totally 100% clean, and it's just really good, especially if you're very sensitive like I am. So yeah. Okay, so I have 2 hand creams, and I find it very hard to go to the drugstore and find hand creams that are actually worth the money, or not. So I shouldn't say that because it's not a lot. But I find it really hard to find things that are cruelty-free that are actually going to moisturize your skin, because I find that a lot of products just kind of like sit on top of your skin and don't really do anything. So I came across these, and I really like Marc Anthony products. Marc Anthony has really great shampoo and conditioner. They have really good hairspray. Like, I love their hair products. I haven't tried their makeup. I do know that they have makeup, but I haven't tried anything else except for their hair products. So I picked up these, and this is the 100, like, they all have like different kind of scents, but so the first one I have is the Revitalizing Aloe Vera Jasmine Extra Soothing Hand Cream. So that's this one in the blue and purple tube. And then I also have the 100% extra virgin coconut oil and shea butter all day hydration extra nourishing hand cream. So these 2 have been my lifesaver. My hands get very, very dry. I have eczema and psoriasis. I've been very open about that. And I get it on my hands. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but I have a little bit on my hand there. Maybe not with this lighting, but I have some on my hand there. My knuckles get very, very chapped and they start to bleed. So these have really, really helped my hands. My hands get very dry. I would say this one with the coconut oil is more hydrating than the aloe vera one. And the aloe vera one definitely has a stronger scent. So if you're very sensitive to fragrance, you may not like this one, but the coconut oil one has a very, very light coconut scent. It's not as strong. But I really, really like these hand creams. Like, they actually do hydrate the skin rather than sitting on there and doing nothing. And they go on sale all the time. So I find that, like, it's just better to get them on sale because I believe that they're about like $8 each, but they go on sale for like $3. So if you're at your local Shoppers Drug Mart and they have like the sales going on, which they do like almost all the time, then pick these up because these are so good. They are worth every single penny. They're affordable and they actually do help, and they haven't caused my skin to get more irritated, which is very hard to come by for me. So yeah, the ingredients are pretty safe. Like, I read through the ingredients. It's not like super bad. Yeah, I mean, I like them, so. So I do have a hair product to talk about. I've been looking for dry shampoos that are like really, really good because I have a lot of hair and I only like to wash my hair like once a week, so I always have to find a dry shampoo that is really going to make my hair like look clean and fresh. And I also have really flat hair. Like, as you can see, my hair is pretty flat because it's very long and it weighs down. Not that I'm complaining, I love my long hair, but I do need products to lift up the roots of my hair, and I really, really like this, and this is the Batiste Instant Hair Refresh Dry Shampoo. I have the scent Sweet and Delicious Sweetie because it's a very sweet scent. It kind of smells like candy, like, or like those sweet tarts that you get. In the States, you call them Smarties. In Canada, they're like Rockets, and that's what they smell like. It's like that powdery sugar candy sweet scent. And I really like it. It smells really, really good. I find when I spray it and massage it into my scalp, like, it really like makes my hair have like a boost to it, which I like. I like when that happens, and it's just really good. I don't find I get a lot of like a white cast in my hair. Like, it comes out white, but if I rub it in, like, it doesn't leave any like grayish white residue in my hair as long as I rub it in. So yeah, it's really good. I know that they have like a really good variety of scents, and they also have like a tinted one for dark hair. So maybe if you get like a white cast with this or other dry shampoos, the Batiste one also has a like dark toned dry shampoo, which I think is really good because, you know, like dark hair, you need a dark spray. So yeah, and it's really good, and I've gotten like all of my friends hooked on this, so yeah. Now the last favorite of the month is actually a perfume. I love to try out perfumes. I have a lot of perfumes, so I go through like a new perfume almost like every month. Actually, no, I do go through a perfume every month. And I got this perfume for Christmas because I am obsessed with the Ariana Grande perfumes. I spoke about Moonlight in my past favorites video. In my January favorites, I spoke about Moonlight, and now I'm going to be talking about Cloud. I love this. This smells so good. I like that, like, I like the packaging on it because it just comes and it looks like this. It has like the little thing, and then you have like the perfume, and then you can put it in there, and it stands up like that. It's super cute, and the scent in this is so good. There's like some pear, there's like sweetness in it, like vanilla and like coconut, and I love coconut, like coconut anything, please. It smells so good. I absolutely love it, and I love the Ariana Grande perfumes, especially because not only do the scents they're like girly and flirty and playful, which is kind of like my vibe, they also last a really long time. I don't know what it is about this, but like, it's your average price perfume. It's about like $60 for the smaller one, $110 for like the big one, and there's something about these, but that they just last so long. Like 2 sprays, like I'll spray like 1 spray on like my chest, and then I'll do another one behind my ears, and I'm done for the day. Like, I can still smell it. It is a little bit strong at first, but give it some time to dry, and it fades down really, really nicely. and it smells so good, and it lasts forever. And I feel like you really do get your money's worth with these perfumes, because I know a lot of people prefer like body sprays and stuff like that because they're cheaper, but these last you forever because you only need the smallest amount and it goes so long, and it doesn't have a really overpowering scent of alcohol, which I find is really common in perfumes. They smell a lot like alcohol, and you just spray it and it's just so strong, and it just makes you not even want to wear the perfume because it smells so strong. But these don't have that alcohol scent in them. These smell what the notes of the perfume are rather than like chemical and alcohol, which kind of important to me because I don't like the smell of chemicals. So yeah, and it's really good. I heard some reviews of people saying that they didn't like it, that it smelled like old and mature, but I don't find that. I've gotten a lot of compliments wearing this, and it has like a really nice kind of like sweetness to it, as well as being a little bit tiny little bit like musky. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really nice. It's very like a playful kind of scent, in my opinion. That's the best way I could describe it. But yeah, I really, really like this perfume. So that is it for my February favorites. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments if you would like what other videos you would like to see from me. I do a lot of makeup, and I can do fashion and things like that. So yeah, let me know what you're interested in seeing next, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.